Hello.
Why am I not visible, man? Oh, it's not me. It's Ed.
Ed's not visible.
And that is because he's not here.
That's
Welcome
right.
to another session of Frost Maiden. The rhyme off.
Frost MAiden. Comma the rhyme of.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, nice.
He said visible, yeah, that's it, me.
Visible.
So I'm sure Bully's going to put some links up. Are you?
Yeah, Corgi will do the links.
Oh, Corgi will do the links.
Yeah, I don't do that stuff.
No, same here. I have no clue.
Yeah,
Man.
when Ed's not here, I have to take Ed's job. All of them.
All of them, yeah, because I don't
Except
do
for
them.
the talking part.
I don't take anybody else's jobs. This job is good.
I mean, you're a good union person, Bully.
Yeah.
Don't take anybody else's job.
That's it.
That's it.
Hi, Fortis. He is. Don't worry. I gave him a hard time, Fortis.
Music is relaxing. Yeah. Maybe that's not exactly what I was striving for, but okay, fine. You can be sent out. That's good. That's not a bad way to be. Okay, so that's some links to some things. Check it out. What happened last time, Corgi?
Okay. So when we joined our friends, they had burst into this Durgar hideout, killed everybody, and we're talking to the leader who was surrendering. And unable to get much real information from speaking with Nildar, they decide to separate Rourke and find out that Nildar's father is Zardorok Sunblight from the spine of the world, and claims that Zardorok is trying to forge a dragon of Chardalin. A local Fisher, after this, they head back into they leave and head back into this
Karakonic.
Thank you. When they get there, they find that a local fisher's wife had been found murdered in an alley with a blade of some sort. They find out where the body where she had been killed and where her body currently is. They go to the scene to investigate. It is less of an alleyway and more of a small space between two houses. There is no sign of a tussle between the woman and her attacker. And when they go to speak with the husband and the neighbors, they learn nothing else. And we're heading to the inn to return the lantern, and that's pretty much where we left off.
In fact, you come in there and are met by Corey and Ali. Also, I should add, you left your two prisoners with the town speaker.
Yes.
What?
Nildar and
Broik.
Broik.
Yeah, I want to say his name was.
Yes, we brought them with us and left them in the prison in the town speaker's basement.
Oh, right.
That's it. Yeah, yeah. So Ali says, "Welcome back. How did your expedition go?"
Well, it went pretty good, I would say.
Excellent. Do you want some soup? Says Corey.
No, we don't do soup here.
Stew? Broth? Gruel?
These are the people we're supposed to be returning this lantern to, right?
That's right, yeah.
Yes.
He's got the lantern.
Probably Gareth probably
Yeah.
had it.
Yeah,
Gareth
probably.
has it.
He's sort of a pack mule. Alright, so do you hand it over?
Oh wait, no, did I? Yeah, I think I gave it. I had it in the burlap sack with all the pieces of
You might have
journaling.
already given it to them actually. As in
So,
taking
yeah,
it off of your inventory. Anyway, they get it and they're jubilant. This is excellent. Thank you so much. You have to tell us all about it. And they go and get some food for you. They realize you don't really like stew and things like that, so they get some other bits and bobs. And then they sit down with you and have you tell them the whole story. Whatever you want to tell them is fine, but you can just mention if you leave anything out.
We leave out that we find extra Chardolin. We leave out the whole dragon sunblight thing.
Yeah.
We just say that there was some rogue Durgar up there, that they were stealing stuff, and we got it back, and brought the two that were in charge back as well.
Oh,
In
that's
prison.
brilliant. But it's very worrying, though. Duragar, you say? We've not had any of them around here, so that's something new.
They claim that they have just as much right to be here as anybody else, and I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose. As long as they don't steal our Chardlin lantern, I'm fine. Or any other possession of mine.
I don't think they'll be. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think they will be stealing anything more. Sorry, I'm having allergies, so expect some cough. Excuse me.
That's okay. So it was quite late when you came back, and I guess you've had a long day of fighting and things. So what do you wish to do? After you've told them their story, they sort of go about their business. Corey goes back in the kitchen.
Okay. Do we get paid?
I don't think you were promised any payment, were you? I can't remember. Let's have a look here.
Oh my gosh, hiccup.
Hiccup, sneezes, coughs.
Oh my gosh, I have had it all in the last hour. I'm telling you what.
Oh yeah, man. Easing up his room.
So, if you want to give her, Ali says that if you want to give me the beads, and you did return the goats already, I can go up with them to Frozen Far tomorrow if you want. And of course, free drinks, of course, and a free room. And I think that's as far as they can go.
Okay. We'll take all of that.
Free food, free food, free drinks, and a free room. That sounds like a fantastically free evening.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. And so maybe you do have a few drinks and a little bit more food, and you spend a bit of time here, sort of figuring out your next steps.
Yes.
Well, I mean, we do need to go investigate the body tomorrow.
That's true. I think we should just pick a random direction and march off in search of adventure.
Well, I mean,
Just
there was a murder here.
Just
that
really
we
see
were-
what's out there.
There was a murder that happened here, and we were asked to investigate.
Like maybe the Feywild, someplace really random.
I mean, I can arrange that.
Oh, I hate you. I hate you so much.
That's what we did in Wednesday. We
Oh,
decided-
okay.
We decided to go random.
How did that go then?
We don't know
well, I
yet.
had to finish because I had nothing. I was like, well, that's it for today.
That's fair enough, 40s. That's fair enough. But I mean, I can arrange it with some random tables. Does that satisfy your requirement?
Just for an
Oh
evening,
my
we can
God.
go fight some random thing in the Feywild. Come back. All right. Let's
Yeah,
see.
Alex has point
Like a
there.
dream.
There was a murder.
Right. Yes, this murder.
So you learned that the body was at the Undertaker's. Yeah, that's about it, really.
And this is the body of who?
The fisher's wife, the fisherman's wife.
Yeah, he
Cheery.
was all in tears when you interviewed him.
Oh, right. Interviewed him.
And I guess as far as Alexica anyway is concerned, was there anything interesting about this? I can't remember what you found out.
Okay, we found out that she was stabbed with some sort of blade, but there was no blade recovered. That the scene looked like there had been no struggle. It looked like there was just blood on the ground, and that was it. Nobody heard anything. Nobody saw anything. The husband didn't notice that his wife got up in the morning and thought she was doing chores. He didn't know that she was missing until he went outside to look for her and found her. The neighbors didn't know anything about her going missing until the husband came and got them.
So yeah. I remember now. That's excellent. I should probably write these things down. But then again, you do it, Corgi, so I don't have to.
Okay. So it sounds like he did it.
Who?
He was quite distraught. He seemed genuinely distraught.
Genuinely?
Although I think I rolled a... Let's see what I rolled.
Did we? I don't remember rolling insight, but plausible.
No, I don't think anybody did, to be honest.
Uh-huh.
Some more rolled insight there. But that was when you. That was when you interrogated the Durgar.
Yeah, I don't think we did roll any when we were talking to him.
Nope.
Nope.
Totally could have been full of shit. And you know what? They always say if somebody dies, the first person you should check into is the spouse. They say that. I'm not sure who though. Amnesia.
I was literally just about to ask you who.
Who's they? Yeah.
Saw it on SVU. It was a, play.
What is SVU?
It's a play.
A play? Oh, when did you see that the last couple of months? Where?
It was at 10 towns. One of the 10 towns. I don't know. Amnesia.
Just everything amnesia. I guess I'm gonna head over to the bar where to ask the sister
Yep.
what she knew about Cheery, the fisherman's wife, and the fisherman.
Whew. Actually, they do come here sometimes. They seem to have sort of an evening a month where they come here and have a meal and a drink.
Yeah.
I don't know. They seem perfectly happy, except for the fact that they can't fish as much, or he can't at the moment.
Did he have some sort of life settlement policy on her?
What now?
Where when she passes away, he receives a sum of money.
Oh, is that possible to do? Could I take one out on Corey? On Corey? She winks.
No, it must the other person must approve of it.
Oh, darn it.
And you also have to like pay into it.
Oh, pay into it? That doesn't sound
Yeah,
like
like
something
it's a system. Multiple people pay into it, and because there's multiple people in it, when somebody does pass away, the total amount in it does decrease, but it never goes to zero because people continue to pay into it.
Oh, so it's like a pyramid scheme of some sort.
Yep.
No, no, because there is. And she's gonna stop and look around the room and try to figure out why it isn't.
When you try to explain insurance to a fantasy person and they just don't get it.
I don't understand why this is not a Ponzi scheme.
So Ali says anyway
Right.
that I don't think that they would have had the funds to sort of have that sort of scheme set up.
Okay.
So, but it's nothing I've heard of anyway. So.
But they did seem to genuinely enjoy each other's company. Like, you wouldn't suspect him of stabbing her in the night, would you?
Absolutely not. No, they seemed perfectly happy together. They usually sat here. They talked. They laughed a bit. They had a couple of drinks. A nice meal. Yeah. No, it seemed like a happy couple actually.
Do they have any friends?
Sure. Yeah. They had friends.
They scream it across the bar.
Yeah.
Oh, who were their friends?
Like I can hear your conversation.
I'm pretty loud. You probably can. You at least hear half of it.
I don't know specifically who their friends were, but I mean, they talked to some people. I can't really remember anyone in particular. But I mean, yeah, they knew all the other fishermen, of course. They usually work together. And, yeah. So,
does she have a job?
Who?
she sorts out the house.
She just sorts out. She's just like a housewife for
Yeah.
for the fishermen, right?
Yeah.
So she doesn't go anywhere.
I think they were trying to, you know, Ali says, and big in the family.
When you say that, she's gonna be like, "Oh, they were trying to get into this survival insurance program." I bet. So that's what you're about to say.
No.
No, they were trying to make puppies.
I mean, why? I mean, you can. I don't know why they would need puppies. I mean, you don't make puppies. Puppies are born.
But first you gotta make them. Anyway, anyway, Hey, I have no more questions. I have no more questions.
All right, Alexica. Are you going to do the Columbo thing some more and go out the door and then turn around in the door and say, "Oh, one more thing."
Oh, one more. No, I don't have one more thing.
Okay.
When was the last time that they came in?
Uh, 7 or 8 days ago, about a week ago, maybe a little bit more.
Okay, so it wasn't that recently. Okay, well, it was just an idea. I am.
So she stayed at home. Had no enemies, she had
Does
friends.
she have any family in town?
I think actually they moved in here from East Haven not too many years ago. 7 years ago maybe. And I don't think they had any family here. That was just when they were like literally just married. They moved here. He had managed to scrape together enough money for a boat, and so he started fishing. And then they managed to buy the house here. I think they slept like they rented a room from I guess the neighbor to where they actually ended up buying the house later on. For the first few years.
Okay, well, thank you. I don't think I have any further questions right now. I would appreciate you taking the time out of your busy evening.
Oh, it's not that busy. Don't worry about it. And anything for you guys, of course.
Okay.
So.
All
Yep.
right. So we turn away from her, I guess. So start talking amongst ourselves so much. What do we think? At this moment, who do we think would have the best shot? The only person I know she's even in contact with is her husband.
Well, I'm actually gonna look at Gareth for this. Well, I mean, the fact that she was stabbed by a blade, and that the blade was not there,
Means diddly.
You want to know what? I think that we should perhaps go to my room and discuss this in a little bit more of a quiet situation.
I think that's a good idea, Gareth says.
Okay, let's go. Jump, 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 jump.
Do you want me to move you to a room? Because I don't know if you know which room it is.
I think I was in this one.
Yeah.
Okay. So then this is when I tell our new friend Vermeer or Zamir that about the ice knife murders.
Right. What do you say to Zamor?
I tell him that my very first night here, I came across my first ice knife murder, and there had already been one prior to that. That we talked to. Who was it that we had talked to, and where was that? Okay, 2 people have been burned. One in Bridgender, that's the one that, when I came into town, was being eaten by a ghoul. And the other one that we found out in East Haven. Another person had been murdered a couple of weeks before we made it to East Haven. And then not long after, we found you. but in both cases, we were able to procure the weapon, these ice blades. Or wait, no, in one case, we were
Yeah.
able to procure the ice blade.
Do you have it
in
now?
the first one on Bryn Shander.
Gareth has it.
Well,
That's
so
your
then,
answer to everything concerning inventory, as Gareth has it.
doesn't that mean that it like doesn't just melt then, right?
No, but it is possible that they were stabbed and somebody took the knife.
Well,
Maybe
yeah, but
somebody
it could be
came across and found it, or the person who stabbed him took it.
sure, but it could be like take a dagger off my belt. It could be this knife, or that knife, or any
didn't
knife, and
the
you could
ice-
throw it in a
didn't the
river,
ice-
and it wouldn't be here.
Well, I mean, it's rather hard to throw it in a frozen river.
Yeah.
I look very annoyed.
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm not saying. Because weren't the ice blades? Didn't they have a specific look to them?
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
So if
I'm trying to find if there was a handout.
So maybe what you're telling me is what you want to do is go see the body and see if the weapon wound looks like one that could be caused by this ice knife
The
you
knife.
have in your pocket.
Yes. Exactly. It might be a random murder. It might also be connected to the others.
So you
Nope,
believe there's
there's
a
no handout.
serial. You believe that there are quite possibly multiple serial murderer-ish type things going on at the moment.
Well, I will describe the gentleman to you that was wearing little clothing that had ice blue eyes, and just his mere look petrified us.
Hmm?
It's quite possible that he's just traveling around murdering random people.
Huh. Well, maybe. But then there's also this business with every town heaven. Their speaker get murdered one way or another.
Do you think? Let's see, because one person was killed in Bryn Shander. Okay, so the person was killed in East Haven, the first one.
Yep.
And then the next town over is to the west is Bryn Shander, right?
Can we see our map, please?
Yep. I'm on it.
Thank you.
So the first murder would have been here. And then 2 weeks later, there was a murder here. And now, however many days later, I mean, it's been at least a 10-day.
Yeah.
There's a potential murder up here.
We
And
haven't been.
I haven't heard of any murders.
We haven't
in
been over
Nineveh.
here, have we?
No, we have not been to any west of Bryn Shander.
Okay,
We've
so
been to East Haven, Goodmead, Bryn Shander, the Dwarven Valley, the Cairn, and Denival and Caircone.
can we get a timeline? Weird.
Sorry, buddy.
Oh, I was just trying to think if do the attacks on if they're together or not? Probably not. Never mind. Sorry. Okay. So here, there, and there. We didn't hear of a murder in Virginia.
No,
Nineveh.
you didn't.
No.
Did we ask anybody about a murder?
We did not ask, but we did
But
not
they
hear of
seem to
anything
be
either.
unusually gossipy around these 10 towns. So, you know, they probably would have told you.
Unusually gossipy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Fortunes, that would be good.
A Death Note soundtrack.
All right.
Telling you somebody could cast ice knife. Well, this is more of a knife created of ice and not one magically created, I think. I mean, it's had been imbued with magic.
Also, not the spell ice knife.
Also, not the spell ice knife.
But do you show some more of the knife?
Sure.
It is quite a beautifully made knife, well made.
Knife.
Beautiful, well made well made knife, and when you sort of hold it, it sort of radiates cold.
Hmm.
And you reckon that if you stab somebody with it, it would probably inflict cold damage as well as regular damage.
Oh. Well, all right. Well, I guess we should check the wound, see if it tracks.
Yes.
It's not technically the only murder, right? It just happens to have a knife wound.
Exactly. I mean, honestly, if it has nothing to do with the ice knife murders, I mean, that would actually be rather good news, honestly. She might have just been a random victim, but if it is connected to these murders, it would be good to also know that.
Okay. And we don't think that these and the bad luck of all the speakers is connected. We don't believe those are connected. At least you don't.
I believe that there is actually what is happening with the speakers. I believe is more of a socio-political movement and a way to try to push out the current governing body and to press different values and different governing beliefs into the area, mostly those of thieves and villains. So I believe that this is more closely connected to the snow that is, and the Ice Maiden, so to say, and less to do with the town speakers individually themselves.
All right. Okay. They're not connected. Almost coincidental. All right. I guess we go to sleep.
Oh, I mean, you can go to sleep in your own room.
Sure. Hey, well, we only got the one room for free.
No. You got your own rooms. It's fine. This is it.
Fine.
Some more is sort of half, or I mean, Gareth is sort of half asleep in your bed already. Oh, sorry, I moved the wrong person.
Oh,
But
at least his clothes are on this time.
yeah. You wake up some more in the middle of the night, bathing in sweat, pointing yet again in this sort of direction, south west or west south or south southwest. And you remember fragments of the same sort of dream that you had first time in this very room, actually.
Okay. I have no idea what this is in the Southwest.
Guess you pull out your map again.
I mean, there's kind of a lot, right? We're sort of, it could be here, 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 here,
Yeah.
here, or, you know, even further away.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's you don't get a sense of distance at all. Yeah.
Look, unless you're gonna be more specific, I can't help you.
This is great stuff. You're starting to talk to yourself now. Oh, brilliant.
I'm gonna try to sort of I don't know. I'm gonna try to go back to sleep.
Yep. As you almost you're in that sort of in between state between, you know, sleep and awake. It's sort of almost that state that you look for if you're looking to experiment with some what's it called, where you can control your dreams.
Oh, lucid dreaming.
Lucid dreaming, yeah, that's it. You suddenly hear a noise that sort of you think it's part of your dream at first, but then you hear the noise of footsteps in the snow. You know that sound, that sort of squeaking sound. And you suddenly snap back to being awake again. You sort of think you see a shadow moving here like that, past your window.
Okay. So I'll rush to over here and look out the window.
Roll a perception check.
Oh man. 11.
You see nothing.
Okay, over here.
You think you see a movement in these trees out here? But it's just the slightest movement and then it's gone.
I'll keep looking for a while, and if I don't see anything, then I will lay back down.
Okay. You finally managed to go back to sleep.
Mhm.
Quite rattled, I think. But, yeah. Alexica, you wake up in the morning. What do you do?
Yes. I guess I pull out the stone out of my pocket
Yep.
and I whisper into it. Okay, this is not her forgetting. This is me forgetting. What are they called again? The tentacly guys?
Illithids or mind flayers.
Yes, yes. I will whisper into it. Any connections to the 10 towns for the Illithid? And what was it that I was supposed to roll again for that?
That's 9 words. You have another 16 words you can use if you want to.
I guess I could say, companion keeps pointing to southwest and dreams of them. Any help? Thank you.
Cool. Okay, you send that off. You feel...
What? I need to roll a DC.
Oh, do you now? Okay, yes.
Yes, to see if it goes through.
Roll that.
I don't remember what I rolled last time.
It's Arcana, I'm sure.
Okay. What set a
DC.
DC for it, I guess.
10.
All right, 16.
No problem. You feel, by the way, you feel spry this morning. You feel you bounce out of bed. You have a murder mystery to sort out. You've slept excellently, you know? What do you do?
I guess I'm sure before I went to bed, I made some drawings of everything that I saw when we were out with the Durgar and notes in my book. I will roll a performance for that.
Right.
They were excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent drawings this time. I'm improving.
You feel maybe that's why you were so spry this morning.
And so I will hop out of bed and I will trot my way out to get some breakfast. Trot, trot, trot. And look around and see if anybody else is out here yet.
Yeah, Gareth is sat down here. Munching on stew.
We all know that he definitely wouldn't of anybody.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, and then when I see him, I go running over and I'm like, "Oh, good morning, Gareth. It was a fine night's sleep. How did you sleep? Oh, I'm sure you slept fantastically. What are you having for breakfast? That looks delicious. I might have it myself. Hello, may I have what he is having?"
You also get some vegetable stew. It's excellent, actually. You feel? But you...
Fortis. Snitching.
Yeah. Ed doesn't want to play with us.
Should I screenshot that and send it to Ed?
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
He's my friend too. I'll open up Steam and see. Okay.
He's playing with his kid though.
Probably.
So
Probably. That's
he's
the only time he
excused.
really plays it.
Yeah. So you see now Zamor. even after you've finished your stew.
He normally does sleep in later than us, but this seems rather late for him. Perhaps we should go check on him.
Sure.
He does wear an awful bit of iron armor. Perhaps he's stuck, and he cannot get himself unstuck without us.
Yep, you go up and you knock on the door. Some more, you wake up from somebody banging on your door. You feel tired still. Bully?
Sorry. What? I was thinking about something.
That's all right. You wake up from somebody banging on your door. You still feel tired.
Okay. Yes. I'll come to the door and open it.
Yeah. Outside is Alexica and Gareth. Alexica is bouncing a bit.
What makes you so giddy?
Oh, I slept fantastically last night. How about you?
No, not really. More dreams than pointing to the random southwest.
Oh, darn. Perhaps next time we sleep in a new place, I'll be able to triangulate this a little bit better.
That's a good idea. Let's
Well, you need to eat, says Gareth.
let's start there.
And you managed to eat a little bit of stew anyway, or whatever you fancy.
Not stew.
So, the day is yours. What do you want to do?
So,
Did you tell us about the shadow that you saw, or no? You keep that close to your chest or not?
No, I'll tell you about that. There was a shadow outside. I think it was an animal. Do I think it was an animal?
Could have been, yeah.
Yeah, could have been an animal.
Although, you did hear footsteps. Like, they didn't sound like an animal. Like, or it depends. What sort of animal would you consider?
I don't know, something like...
Reindeer? Yeti?
Yeah,
Cool.
it could have been a yeti. Not a reindeer. They don't walk like that, you know?
Bunny rabbit?
Nah. No way.
2 bunny rabbits.
Maybe a giant bunny
Two
rabbit.
bunnies jumping in alternating sequence. Three kobolds in a trench coat.
Yep. Sounds plausible to me.
It's important that you tell me what part of my body you shot. Well, I mean, I think the first thing that we should do this morning is go to the Undertaker to view the body of Miss Cheery and see what we can find out about her injury. Her fatal injury.
Said and done. You step outside into the blistering cold, and you go over to the Undertaker's. Who is a lady, maybe 25 or so, human. Yes, she says, and you explain your errand. Oh, indeed. Yes, I do have the body here. Do come in. Are you... And you come in sort of a dark living room area. And she says, she looks at you kind of worriedly, and she says, are you used to seeing dead bodies? It can be a bit unpleasant.
Oh yes, in an academic sense, yes, I have seen many cadavers. Yes, indeed.
Oh, good.
Also
Oh,
in
good.
battle, I have made a few as well.
Yeah, there's that.
Oh dear.
I was gonna say
Oh,
that one.
dear.
I've seen them. None on like a research
in
sense.
in okay. You think you're big words. I'm so proud.
So
Sorry, no words for
she
me.
takes you into sort of a back room. Oh, actually, it's not that building. I'd mark this one for it.
And
Okay.
intelligence.
Yeah, so she takes you into sort of a back room. Normal people would probably have an office there, but she has a room with like a table in the middle, various knives and scalpels and tongs and scissors on the wall, and on the table is obviously a body with a drape over it. And she, once you're in there, she withdraws the sheet, and it's a woman. She has a big nasty wound in her sort of upper back, on the left hand side, and
Her left hand side?
her left hand side, yeah. So here.
Mm.
And it looks like when you look at it, which I assume you do, it looks like it goes really deep, and it probably would have been fatal. And of course, because you talked about this last night, you also immediately see frost burn around the wound.
Okay, I can see that it might have to do with that dagger. Probably
Alright.
was not just any random knife to be thrown into the river.
Was the sorry, I'm looking up what I learned of the original guy. What was his name? Did I not write his name down? It has to be somewhere in here.
Whose name?
The original guy who got stabbed.
Oh, sorry.
The one in Bryn Shander.
Yep, it feels like a different. Feels like the gods were different back then, so I have no clue.
Oh,
I can see if I can find it here, though.
weird. There were different gods back then?
Yeah, and imagine that just like 2-3 weeks ago.
Nah, I don't remember. Amnesia.
The guy who you
The guy has
originally got
amnesia.
the job from is called Hilm Trollbane, a dwarf.
He's the one that set us on the Ice Blade murders.
Yep.
Will you put his name in the chat for me?
Yep.
Okay.
And his initial suspicion, anyway. Let's see here. No, I don't think he told some other person that. What was his name? Neil's character. He told that Neil's character that, not you. So I don't think you had any more background information than that, really.
Okay. And Neil was also the one that examined the body.
Yeah. He did say something about he suspected that it was tied to a traveling merchant caravan of some sort.
You're gonna.
Oh yeah, he told me to. I've been told to avoid Torga.
Okay, you did get that name, yeah.
Yes, I got that
Uh,
name from my quests, my side quest stuff.
that's that person's name.
Okay.
Is said to be a shady dwarf.
Shady.
Shady dwarf, a dodgy dwarf.
Not so dodgy, shady that they're Duergar.
No, no, a shield dwarf.
All right. Who was killed there?
Oh, here it is. Yeah, here's the guy that told us about it. I found him.
Who was the actual victim, though?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I got that in my information as my character and as the person who is supposed to be taking the notes.
Got it.
That's all right.
Well, while you look, I just remembered that I have a big can of Red Bull in my car.
You go and get it, mate.
I'm gonna go and get it. Yeah.
Although I will tell you this, Bully, it's
Uh-huh.
not good for you.
Yeah. I don't care.
I know you don't.
I'll be right back.
Okay. I didn't get a name. All I wrote down that it was a dwarf.
Yeah, I don't remember the name either. It is something of Avatar's twisted mind, so the name. So, sorry. But you have the name. We can make up a name. How about that?
Okay. Yeah, because I have the guy that was killed in. I have the name of for the one in East Haven, just not the Bryn Shander one.
Yeah. What
I'll
was
just
the guy
put
in East Haven?
dwarf male victim. That's all I have.
Oh, it was a
And
dwarf.
then I have
as
the
well.
one in East Haven was a, a trapper? Is that what he was?
Yeah, that sounds reasonable. This is a cool ass name.
Biglin?
Derfak Metalhide was the first victim.
So, a dwarf.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's all I found was that it was a dwarf.
Okay.
I don't even know what the other one, like the guy in East Haven, he could be anything. But I
That
know his
was
name is Iden Min.
yeah, that was a human.
He's a human.
All right. And then this is a human, right?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, dwarf, human.
Yep, dwarf human and male female. That helps.
Um, not
Then
for
cheery.
not for establishing a pattern, I don't think.
No.
Cheery, human, female. Fisher wife. What is her last name? Wrote it down.
And wasn't the second victim a dock worker?
Oh, was he a dock worker?
I think so.
Okay.
Okay. I'll put
I
that
have
in
vague
there.
recollection
I must
of
have
that.
wrote it down wrong.
What did you write down?
I wrote a trapper, but I could have just heard it wrong.
Yeah.
Docker.
Okay. Well,
Or
Any other examinations you wish to do on the body?
I'm going to pull out my notebook and draw what I see, making note of the location of the injury, the discoloration, and the freezing around the injury. I would like to roll her over and see if it went all the way through or not. To see if
Uh,
it.
no, it didn't. No.
Okay. Is there? I would like to
But
check
you
her
do see
hands.
on the chest, you see like there's probably been a pooling of blood underneath. So it's
Uh-huh.
quite likely that the knife penetrated either the lungs or the heart, and that is sort of is
Okay, so
bled
it
to the
looks like it
front as
went.
well. Just
It
like
would look like
bruising
it.
on the chest.
Okay, so it looks like it hit her heart, actually, like her lungs and her heart.
Yeah.
So the person like knew at least basic enough anatomy to be able to aim. So it's not like just a random bandit. Probably it's somebody who knows how to assassinate.
Yeah, or yeah, who's done it a lot maybe. Sort of figured out how the human body works by practice maybe, or you could be right, it could be somebody educated in anatomy as well.
All right. I guess I'll look at how she's dressed and I'll ask the person, the
She's
lady.
not dressed,
Okay, I'll ask the lady how
but
what was she
she
brought
has.
in.
Oh yeah,
Like,
so she brings she opens a drawer and brings out a dress, a fairly common dress, looks to be quite warm, and then she had this coat, and she brings out like a fur coat.
okay, and her shoes.
Yeah,
Okay,
uh,
so she was dressed.
she was dressed. Yeah.
Okay. Um. Okay. I guess I'll check her hands, her wrists, her nails to see if there's any sign of struggle on her.
Nope.
Okay. So. Huh. Okay. You have anything, Bully?
um, no. I don't. It seems like we're like. Okay, so she was well, I don't have anything more for here, I guess.
All right. You thank the lady and you find yourself out in the street again.
Okay. Um, where was she found?
Oh yeah, where the blue X is.
By the blue X. Is
Yep.
that an alleyway there?
She lived in this house, and that's where we met her husband. And then this was the neighbor who is their landlord, also.
Okay, and it was in the alleyway between the houses?
Yes. And neither household heard anything.
And the attack in...
And presumably she was dressed, so that means that it must have been like late enough in the night, early enough in the morning that she had woken up to do chores. So it didn't happen in the middle of the night.
So, if you think about it, you would assume that if she woke up in the middle of the night, she would have still put her shoes and her coat on if she wanted to go outside.
But
But
she
she,
would have been
but she
in her
wouldn't have
night
been in her.
clothes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She would have had her night clothes underneath, right? And as far as you initially learned, it didn't really happen in the morning, so it must have been in the evening. Because when she was found, she was really cold already, so she wasn't found immediately after it happened. Although you don't know what the dagger, if that is what it is, does.
Well, I
Right.
The
mean,
dagger you
it
have.
could have happened like a couple hours before her husband found her.
Her
Because he
husband
said
could
that
have
she
done it.
thought he thought she woke up to do her chores, and he didn't go look for her until it was odd that she hadn't come back. So it could have been an hour or two before he even looked for her.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
I'm just still curious as to why she would have been between the houses. Where would she have been going?
you don't believe she was taken from inside and brought outside?
Well, I mean, there was no sign. I mean, like you said, it could have been her husband, but there was no signs of a struggle, so I don't think she was taken. She wasn't shoved down that alley. I mean, we can go back and speak with her husband again if you want to decide. You can do your magic on him and see if, he's evil incarnate and we just don't know.
Okay. Go talk to the husband.
And while we're going there, I want to look and see what is behind, see if there's anything of note behind the house that she could have been doing.
They seem to be chopping wood here, and if you zoom in, you can see some sort of rectangles here. This is where he has some nets, and this seems to be a wood shed or storage for wood. There's nothing really in between the houses, although they do have a door out into the sort of alleyway here. So like a back door. But it's quite narrow, so they wouldn't really be able to have any stuff there, and there isn't any stuff either.
I guess we'll knock on the door and talk to her husband again.
Yeah, he opens. He seems a bit more collected this time. Oh, hello, it's you again. Come in.
Good morning, Am. I'm glad to see that you are faring slightly better this morning.
It might seem like that, but I don't think this is going to go away anytime soon. I can tell. I wish I could go fishing, to be honest. That would keep my mind busy.
We never do get rid of our grief. We only get used to it.
Corgi, the platitudist.
Yes. Well, that sucks. It's okay, though. We have other things to talk about.
Yeah. So, some more. Do you try and detect evil here?
Yeah, I'll cast Divine Sense and see if he's evil.
He is.
He is?
Not evil.
Not. Alright.
No.
Well.
Did you have any other actual questions for him? Or do you just want to...
Do you think of... can you think of any reason why she would be in the alleyway?
Not really. I mean, we do go up that way when we need to go up back and things.
Mm-hmm.
Were
there any footprints in the area when the body was found?
I didn't really think to look about for that, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
But I've been thinking, of course, lots about this since it happened, and my theory is that in the evening or in the morning, she must have heard something out there and gone out to see what was going on, and that's when she got murdered. That's my theory anyway, but that's all I can think of. But the thing is, if she would have gone out to get wood, she would have gone sort of, I'll see if it's very small here, but I'll see if I can draw. If she would have come out here and then gone sort of this way. How do you do?
Is it? Now I gotta check. I think it's shift.
Yeah. Yeah. It's something like that, but I can't make them stick.
I don't remember how to do it. Oh, you hold it and then you right click.
Do you know?
Yeah, you make the line, and while you're still holding it, you right click and it'll change direction.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she would. So she would have gone this way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But now, what she did was she went out and she just went that way.
What is her morning routine by any chance? Would which like is the I guess what I'm asking is the kitchen over there? Is there a window she would have seen movement outside of on that
So
side of the house?
they sort of sleep in the middle of the house, and the kitchen is out front here, and they have storage and for his fishing gear and things in the back here, and in between their bedroom and the storage is the door out. Her morning routine would have been to go out and get wood from here. Can you make your arrows disappear, Corgi, please?
I did.
Oh, why is it still on my screen?
Yeah, because if you look at bullies, they're gone.
How do I? Oh my god.
Probably refresh your map.
Yeah.
Yep. I was saying refresh, but I was muted.
Oh, excellent.
Where's the button, stupid?
I know.
Oh yeah, that did a trick. But now the music disappeared, just so you are aware.
Nope. Still good from here.
Oh, my music disappeared. Okay, well anyway, if it's good for you, that's fine. What was I doing here?
Okay.
I was talking or asking about where.
Oh yeah,
windows
morning
and everything
routine. She
were.
would have gone out to get wood from over here. Put the fire on and started cooking over here. And there are windows out this way and this way, but not into the alleyway and not into the not to the back, because you can realize this. The wind usually comes from this direction, so they don't want to have windows in that direction.
Right. And I guess how long was it before you went looking for her?
Maybe I came out around 9 or so.
And how early?
And
does
normally she would have been up at 7 or so.
Okay, so it would have been a couple of hours.
And you didn't sleep next to each other?
Yeah.
I'm actually going to rule insight on him and the stuff that he's saying, see if he seems earnest in what he's saying.
Go ahead.
I believe everything he says. 13.
That's not too bad. No, he seems honest. You don't see any obvious signs of him lying or anything.
Okay.
I still think he's lying.
So, what do you do in a situation like this? He says. What am I supposed to do now, honestly? Should I go to some sort of cleric, or should I seek spiritual aid? What is... I mean, I'm just a fisherman. I don't...
Spiritual aid?
I don't do that sort of thing.
Well, I mean, if reaching out to a member of the cleric is what it will take to comfort you, then perhaps that would be means. If speaking with friends or, co-workers in the area would help, that would be fine. The worst thing you could probably do is stay to yourself, though.
Yeah, but it's if I talk to, I've tried to talk to a couple of my, like I tried to talk to my neighbor, but they get really weird around me
They
now.
think you murdered her? Yeah.
He looks quite upset when you
If
say
you
that.
buy a bottle of wine, I can guarantee that a town speaker would speak with you.
He actually smiles when you say that.
Mm.
That is true, he says. Maybe I should do that actually. That might be a good idea. But the thing is though, when I talk to them, they seem weird. Not like I did it or anything, but like they don't know how to talk to me anymore. It's quite a strange thing.
What, like you're infected or something?
No,
Or that
like
emotions make them uncomfortable?
yeah, probably that. And I
That
don't
seems
even
like more of a them problem than a you problem.
right, but it affects me, he says. Right? So what happens is I don't really necessarily want to talk about it. I just want some company, you know. I would just want to, but they don't seem to be able to do that. And some of them have just talked about
I
the thing
I
that happened.
pull I pull a gold out of my pocket and I
Right.
hand it to him. And I say, "Here, go buy yourself some meals down, not alcohol now, meals down at the Northern Light, and there will be plenty of company there, and I am sure that the sisters would be more than delighted to have a random conversation with you."
You know what, he says, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Alexica. Was did you present yourself? Did you
Oh yeah,
announce
I
yourself? Yeah.
introduced him the whole spiel last night.
Oh yeah. You know, you're a good dog, he says.
I will take that as a compliment this time, but I am a fey corgi for future reference. Little bit
I'm
different.
sorry, I didn't mean it like that. I mean, I
I
didn't
know
mean
that you
like
didn't.
maybe I
I am
shouldn't
just
go out.
I am not meaning to insult, just for future reference.
But this got canceled.
Yeah. All right. So you leave him to it, I suppose. What is your next port of call?
Give him 20 gold and send it to. I don't think there's a brothel around here, Fortis. Good grief. Gosh. What taster? That's a Fortis
Hey,
thing,
they
though.
gotta keep warm somehow.
I mean, I guess she's cold technically, but golly, wait for her to like either get put in the ground or put on a pyre, for crying out loud.
Oh boy.
Oh golly. Yeah, speaking of that, with the ground being all frozen around here, is it just a pyre? I'm assuming or
Um,
above ground?
they usually do pyres, yeah. Well, it depends on your denomination, to be honest. If you're praying to Oril, you would just put them out, up, out. But if you pray to any of the sort of regular Faerun gods, then normally they would bury them. But if they can't, they would do a pyre.
I just now you say they would just put them out. Now I'm imagining them pushing the frozen bodies and curling with them across the ice.
See how far they'll go. Yeah. So no, if you're, but I mean, it doesn't. Yeah, it seems like some people seem to revere Oril, but most are not.
Okay, let's see. So we know that
Ilmater.
it is connected to the Ice murders. Um, before we go, I'll ask him if he's seen, I mean, other than, of course, our group, anybody strange or new in town? Is there any reason why somebody would have targeted her?
I think you've asked him that already, and he said he couldn't think of anything. There's been some merchants recently. I think you were one of them that came and sold ale to the Northern Lights. But I think merchant came as well to Frozen Far a couple of days ago. It's right across the street from here, really. So I think that's why I saw it. But other than that, no, not really. Any newcomers? It's not exactly travel friendly around here at the moment.
Okay.
Well, what about somebody who isn't new, but would come and go regularly?
Okay, yeah. I mean, when Frozen Far, they have people go and come in because of their business, of course. So let's see here. To look up some names here. 1 second. Here we go. So Athena's over there. He doesn't really go out anymore, but he has hired a mountain guide called Jarthra, even. A dwarf. He's really good at it, apparently. So they say. And he, of course, comes and goes quite a lot with various expeditions, or I guess I don't really follow along, but he's one of those people who comes and goes anyway.
What does he do?
A lot of he guides people. He's a guide.
Okay.
So when they actually nowadays it's quite common for people to get guides even when they're traveling between towns, because with the darkness and the colder weather, it's not exactly pleasant being out.
Right.
So he's quite busy actually. But also, of course, a lot of the people around here try still to go out on the lake. Maybe that's what I need to do, to be honest. Maybe I do need to just drag that flipping boat several hundred yards so that I can get out and fish again.
Or maybe you and somebody else can work together and drag a boat out there together, and then you won't just be alone, and you'll also be fishing.
You know what? I'll go to the Northern Lights. I'll see if I can, or maybe I should go to Hook, Line, and Sinker and see if I can meet some of my fellow fishermen and see if we can come to some sort of agreement. I have to do something. I can't just sit here.
And you shouldn't. Even though I do think you did.
Inside of Zamora's head, he's like, just don't murder anybody else while you're out there.
Yeah. Just don't murder anybody else.
One is fine,
Make sure you tell somebody that you're going out and who you're with.
Oh. Do you reckon this is something that is going to happen again? He looks worried again.
No, we just say that because in one of the last towns that we were in, a group of fishermen went out, and nobody would have known they were missing if they didn't tell anybody.
Oh, I see. Yeah. That's a good idea. Thank you.
Yeah, that's true. And I didn't say that just because I wanted to have a record of somebody else who went out with you.
Oh, okay. I see.
Deception -2.
Yeah.
I actually have a +4.
You don't need to roll for it. It takes your meaning. Several meanings, I think, from that.
I'm like smiling and giving him money and being cheery, and Zamor's in the corner with his arms crossed, eyeing him up and down.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
So
true.
thank you so much for stopping by, he says. And thank you for your advice and for the money, of course.
You are quite welcome. If you, like I said before, if you need somebody else to talk to, I am quite certain the sisters or the speaker would be more than glad to speak with you.
Yeah, I'll try it. Thank you. And you again find yourself out in the street. It's around lunchtime.
I elbow Zamor in the thigh.
I'm sure he did it.
You need to learn subtlety, my friend.
Not really. You don't need to be subtle around murderers.
You're only assuming that he is the murderer. Innocent until proven guilty. That is my way.
It's so weird. It'll never work.
That's brilliant. Yeah, no, that sounds weird, Gareth says. Where did you hear that?
Yeah. You definitely
that's how-
have to... No.
That's how we do it in my realm.
Oh, so somebody is assumed that they murder somebody and you just let them walk around? What if they kill again and again? Or what if they just leave?
No, it is that we assume that somebody did not do the murder until we can prove thus otherwise with our brains and our intelligence and research.
So you just let the people...
Academics.
You just let the people you think killed somebody just, like, walk around. You don't imprison them first?
I mean, we hold them for a time and question them, and if we cannot keep enough, or get enough information to keep them, to question them further in the future, yes, we do return them to society because that would be unusual and cruel.
Okay. I don't believe any of this. It's just like that insurance thing you were trying to tell us about yesterday. Makes no sense. You're out of your freaking mind.
The payout is very popular where I come from. When academics get older, they want to make sure that their families are well taken care of, so they pay into this system so that when they pass on, their families can continue to perpetuate their lifestyle.
You're out of your mind.
Academics!
Why don't you just take the money you would be paying into this and put it in your pocket?
Because it is more than you pay into it.
Okay, now that is definitely a Ponzi scheme. Where does the other money come from?
The other people who pay into it.
And how do they pay them out?
Because you pay it over a long lifetime the older you are, and when you start the program, the more expensive it is. The earlier you start, the less expensive it is. And you pay it over a lifetime, and eventually you pay enough into the system that it would support the other people getting payouts. And some people are found not to be able to receive it because they did not meet the guidelines of the program. So you may pay
so
into
there's
it
just
for your
extra people in
lifetime.
there because they just deny somebody, right?
That is quite true, but you want to know what? If you try to jump off of a tower so your family can get the money, that is not a valid reason for a payout.
So
No,
as
they
you
probably
stand
just give you a
here
healing potion anyway.
talking, you see the town speaker coming up, sort of from his house.
We're out in
up here.
the street having discussions about life insurance policies.
Yeah.
Only
I
in
mean-
one of our games.
and he waves at you, and he says, hello, just the people I was looking for. What are you talking about?
I think we should start an insurance company.
What now? I think you should stick to delivering mead.
No. I think life insurance is gonna be way bigger. All right.
I can't see it being a hit, he says. It seems fishy to me. Anyway, he says, we had a bit of a search through the inner cavities of our prisoners.
The inner cavities.
Yes. You don't need to know, he says. But we found this. We thought you might... Yeah, the benefits sound to die for, Forty says. Thought you might be interested in having it.
What I look at what it is before I
It's
reach out.
it looks like a magnifying glass.
Is it
It's basically quite a big magnifying glass. It looks like it's made out of silver, except for the magnifying part, of course, the lens. But yeah, he had this on his person. And I realized we haven't been able to pay you much here.
You said
so...
on his person. You mean in his person?
Well, I mean, we don't need to go into details, surely. Yes.
Where would he have had that in his person?
No, there's only 2 holes it could have been in.
Oh,
Don't
And
worry,
he was talking fine out of one of them.
Don't worry, he says, I cleaned it.
Which direction did he put it in? Is this guy just pooping pancakes?
That's just an example of a life insurance policy that would not be paid out.
Oh, goodness.
You see that it's... does one of you take it?
Gareth.
I'm wearing gloves, I guess.
Well, if nothing else goes...
Gareth takes it.
Gareth takes it,
takes
and he looks at it, and he says, there's some writing here, around the edge.
Written in book.
I look more closely at it.
It's Duragar runes.
Is it similar enough to Dwarvish?
Yes.
That's a peanut.
Yes.
It's Space peanut.
No,
Space peanut.
it says, do you know Dwarvish?
I do know Dwarvish.
I know
says-
Dwarvish.
No, you know German.
No, that's a different character. This character knows Dwarvish.
Excellent. So you both say, or look at it, and you can see that it's runes. It starts with a name,
Huh?
and then it says "was here," and the name is Fortis.
Oh. Okay.
It's
okay.
appropriate that it came out of somebody's butt then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a gracious magnifying glass. The bear making a spare the dying once per day. Or if you were in this guy's butt.
You're in his butt, Boris. I guess I will look at Zamir, and I'm like, oh, Zamir, this seems like something appropriate to you.
Ah, yeah, maybe. I don't think this would have saved Viskin.
No, maybe not. No,
Right.
that was a bit
No,
extreme.
Viskin was dead.
Yeah.
It would have taken something much stronger to bring like resurrection.
Yeah,
to bring Viskin
resurrection,
back.
yeah. Oh.
Hey, actually, maybe you are Viskin in a new body. Have you thought about that one?
Well, Viskin. Well, I mean, I could have been. Hey, maybe I am Viskin. Well, that seems weird. We both would have been existing at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. It seems unlikely.
Seems unlikely, yeah. Right. Is this a real thing?
This is not, I don't think. You can try and look it up. I tried, but I couldn't find it. So
Okay. So here's the
you have to add a custom item.
yeah, somebody.
So basically, it's a gracious magnifying glass. It's an artifact type item. The bearer may cast Spare the Dying once per day. It has Duragar runes along its glimmering frame, spelling out the sentence "Fortis was here," which activates the power when you speak it.
Okay. I have to say Fortis was here.
I think Spare the Dying is a touch spell, so you have to
So you
touch
have to
somebody.
stick the poopy thing on somebody.
Yeah.
Gotta bring it out and go boop.
Yep.
Boop with the poop. Oh my gosh.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Thanks for this.
Thanks.
Indeed.
And I guess let's see.
A note, some more, or bully. It doesn't require attunement,
Okay. Thank you.
so it's good to have.
Yes, that is a good thing to have.
So he had it up his bum, so if whenever he needed Spare the Dying, he would just scream that out and it's touching him already.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it might work in your case. You can stick it up your bum too.
No.
More likely she needs to... I mean, you might not know how to use a magnifying glass. You might think that's the common thing to do.
I don't remember amnesia. This obvious. I'm gonna put the other end.
All right, I'll roll
Anyway.
an Arcana, just to tell him how it works.
All right, do you do that?
I got a 19.
Applied rectally, yeah.
Yep, double the effect. Yeah, yeah. So you figure out that's actually, in fact, how you get this information, by you studying this for a little bit and coming up with this. And no, you don't need to apply it rectally, but you can, of course. It's up to you.
Oh,
Really.
I bet you Ed is so happy to be missing this.
Yeah.
And the recipient, of course, isn't in much of a position to object. So
That's true. All right. Alrighty. We're going to put that in my pocket.
Yep. And I think that's where we're going to end it for today.
Oh, okie dokie then.
Yeah, thank you very much for sticking with us here.
Yeah, is that the
And,
treasure for Fortis? I take it. Yeah.
And I think Corgi is going to put some links in the chat.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
check out
that's
our
the thing I
links.
have
You can
to do.
follow us at places to do the things.
Even
Yep.
Ed's links.
Even
Dude, isn't
Ed's
here.
links. You can go to Ed's links.
Yeah, Ed, who's preferring to play 7 Days to Die.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Don't
sus.
worry, I called him out.
All right,
It's
that's
fine.
good. Good. We need to check these things. All right, so anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys.
Yes. And Ed's not here, so no raid. We'll see you guys.
No raid.
Yeah, he's
Yes,
next
we're
time.
zoomed in on the
Bye.
2 coolest characters in the campaign.
That is true.
Oh, yeah.
We are zoomed
Yep.
right in.
Yep.
The only ones who show up. Bye.
But if we're not raiding, you can go and search for some other D&D stream.
It's
On
true.
your own.
Our friends at Chaotic Calling are playing Ironman is playing, so
There we
go
go.
check them out.
Yeah, indeed.
Bye
All
bye.
right. Bye.